check, bro. Guys, you see how I just like jumped into the intro right there? Okay, so like I just want to tell this quick story. So this week, well, last week, all right, so let's start all over. Last week, I was almost scammed by an artist that turned out to be an AI artist. Now, I hate that term, an AI artist. They're not an artist. They're not actually an artist, but they use AI. So we're just gonna call them an AI artist. They're not really an artist. Chill your tits. Well, I can see everyone in the comments. They're not an artist if it's AI. I know. I'm saying that. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just for the context of this story, we're gonna call them an AI artist. So this is what happened. So last week I was in Hawaii filming for a client, for my job. If you guys didn't know, I run a marketing agency. Anyways, I'm sitting in the car at one point. It's like a 30-minute drive, and I'm just like thinking about all the stuff that I want to do this year in comics. We have, currently I have My Sexy Witch Academia. There is an 8 days ago. I batch filmed this video. This is one of those batches. It probably has at this point like 3 or 4 days to go. So go check it out. Link in the description. But I'm thinking about all the books that I want to put out. My Sexy Witches Academia is one of them. I'm hoping to do chapters 3, chapter 4 this year. I'm about to finish Super Plumbers 3, and get those over to the backers. And after that, I'm ready to launch Super Plumber Sisters 4. Like that book, the line art is already completed. I have all the covers. I'm building out the Kickstarter page. And so I'm like, what do I want to do after this book? What do I want to do with Super Plumber Sisters? And I just had this idea, like the whole book's in black and white. And I was like, what if like when I did the trade paperback volume down the road, I had like a black and white edition, which is like the standard edition, but then I had like a Super Plumber Sisters deluxe version, and it was all in color. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I did like a typical, like how much this would cost for color, and I was like, damn, like that's really expensive. I don't know if I have that money to get this colored. So I'm like, okay, this is what I'll do. Is I'll try to find someone a little more in my budget. And keep in mind, my budget wasn't a lot, and so I start going around, and I ended up on Fiverr. And I love Fiverr, by the way. I use Fiverr a lot, and Fiverr is always one of those places for me where I'm like, I could find like someone on Twitter or Instagram and pay them $50 to $100, or there's this person on Fiverr and I just need this job done quick. They're willing to do it for like $5 to $10. So I find, and keep in mind, guys, like I'm willing to pay up to $70 to $100 for a coloring job if I feel like this is gonna be worth it. But I just wanted to see like what could I get for like $5 to $10 on Fiverr for someone coloring Super Plumber Sisters. And so this is kind of so I find a couple artists. Some of them are like, I can't take on big projects, which is nuts, because like I was like, I'm willing to pay like $2,000, and they're like, nah, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I find an artist, they're like, hey, I love your work, and they show me some of their past work, and I'm like, oh, that's like really good work. And I'm not going to show the artist here. I'm not going to show our DMs either, because that'd be like really inappropriate. But I put it up, and I send them this page. So this is a page from Super Plumber Sisters chapter 1, and they're like, sweet, like I'm gonna give this. I was like, hey, I will pay you. I was like, well, what happened was they're like, hey, let me do a test page for you. And I was like, well, I'll pay you to do this. And they go, no, like I really want to do this for you. I'll be right back. I went, okay, no problem. Literally 5 minutes later, they send me a message and they say, it's done. I colored this. It's done. And keep in mind, like when I sent them the original, like what colors I was kind of wanting, they're looking more like flat colors and stuff. But I was like, wow, they did this in like 5 minutes. It's like really fast. I was like, okay, I mean, they just really wanted the gig, and then they're at their computer. So I messaged them. I go, sweet, can I see it? And their response was, I really enjoyed working on this so much. I think that I deserve payment for this. And I'm like, well, you did say you do it for free. We didn't do this contract thing. So like, I'm willing to pay you for it. So send it over. Show me what you got. I'll pay you. And they were so like, no, like I worked really hard on this. I need to get paid before you see it. And keep in mind, I was like, you can't have worked that hard. You took like 5 minutes. And they were adamant. You are not getting this. I'm not showing this piece of artwork until you give me this money. And I'm like, nope, sorry, not. And then they start threatening, I'm going to start posting this artwork as if it's my own, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything. And I was like, I don't care. All you got is one page. So do whatever you want. So I was like, bye. Finally, like 30 minutes later, they're like, all right. Like, hey, listen, I'm willing to pay ball. I'm going to show you what I got. Keep in mind, this was like my best work. It's like, okay. Like, show me what you got. And so keep in mind, this is what I sent them. This is what they sent back to me. Yeah, so this was all AI. Like, they clearly threw this line art into, like, I don't know what they would have used. And you could, like, it didn't color over the line art. It totally manipulated the characters. Like, what the frick is even this? Like, what is this? And man, they super try. They're like, all right. And then once they showed me this, they go, pretty good, huh? So give me that money. And I was like, no, definitely not interested. This is AI. They go, no, this isn't AI. They literally tried to say like, no, this isn't AI. And I'm like, no, it 100% is AI, because if you had actually colored my work, the person on the left would have would have a leg or something. And they're like, and after that, I was like, I'm not interested. And like, they were really threatening. They're like, well, I'm going to use this work and I'm going to use this work in my portfolio. And I'm like, dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want with this, because no one's going to look at this who makes comics and manga and go, oh yeah, this is the guy I want to work with. Like, they're going to immediately look at least panel 4 and go, what the heck is that? Like, the panel 1 is pretty like this top part. You could almost say like, okay, like that looks kind of good, the monster, but the humans, the people suck. Like, what the F is that? Panel 2 is pretty good. I won't lie. But it's like, it's not over the line art. Like, look at her jaw. Like, it's just cuts right there. It's like panel 1 and like panel 2 is like the only thing could maybe be considered like, oh yeah, that was all right. They get like whatever this AI thing gave up on panel 3. It was like, I don't know what this is, but and it just made me go like, man, like I wonder how often we're gonna start seeing this. Like, I'm seeing more and more AI comics on Kickstarter. I'm seeing more and more people use AI in their covers. And with AI, if people can start, using AI for coloring, what's that going to do? Like, there's a part of me that's like, cause full transparency, I use AI every single day for work. I use AI a lot in marketing, in various like productivity apps and whatnot. I haven't yet been able to tell myself that using AI in art's okay, because I know that it learned by stealing other people's art. Like, until they say, like, this is my perfect world in AI. I find some AI program and let's say I pay $20 a month to use it. And what happens with that $20 is every time I generate a new image, the artist who agreed to be on that, to be used by that AI, they gave permission. The AI goes, all right, we built this piece of art for you. We used 10% of this artist, 50% of this artist, 1% of this artist, 10% of this artist, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying. And then some of the money that I use to generate that goes to those artists, so that they always get a cut of every single thing that they do. Kind of like those royalty stock photos where like you use it, the artist gets like a licensing fee. Like, I wouldn't mind. I would use AI art if that was the case, because then at least I know that the artists who agreed to use to have their art be used and trained by AI, at least I know that they're getting money off of it. But even then, I don't know if I would, because I like the artists that I work with. I like creating art. I like drawing. I like drawing new stuff and saying, go to an artist, hey, can you do this? And AI just, like, I don't know. Maybe using AI as a foundation block? I don't know. Maybe if AI was able to flat colors and then you were able to do the highlights and whatnot, maybe I could see that. But even then, it has to be trained on something. And if I just know that if it's not getting trained, if it's getting trained by an artist and by an artist's work and they're not getting paid, to me, that just seems super sleazy. And like, that to me is like, Right now, I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. So, but yeah, like I'm just seeing a lot of people start using AI art in their comics on Kickstarter, and I'm just like, where's this going, man? Where is this going? As for me in my household, we do not use AI art. Go check out My Sexy Witch Academia. You'll find no AI art in here. I hope not. I hope none of my artists are using AI art. But no, they're not. So go check that out. We have like 3 or 4 days left for this Kickstarter. We're hoping to hit our stretch goals. Maybe by the time you watch this, we've hit our stretch goals. But yeah, this is hopefully going to be a 12-part series. We're doing number 3. Hopefully this year we'll be able to do chapter 4. I'm hoping to do, starting next year, like 2 or 3 of these a year. No, sorry, 3 of these a year. Because man, doing 2 is just too slow in my opinion. So that's the goal. So okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. I changed my outfit 3 times. I batch recorded these. I changed my outfit 3 times for you guys. You're welcome. I did that for you. Peace.